preservatives.
Sorry. Hi, I am Adria.
And I'm Avery.
And we are here from Ecoslay. Welcome to our first episode of The Messy Chemist, where we bash ingredients, not brands. So I'm the founder of Ecoslay. Avery is a chemist. The first product that we're going to talk about today is a styler that is widely used in the curly hair community. Nice and thick, has a green hue to it. I used to use this one myself. Let's not talk about it. All right, so let's go through these ingredients, and we're going to rate every ingredient from 1 to 5. 1 being that you would never, ever use it. 5 being that you think it's a fantastic ingredient. Okay? First up, water.
I would rate it a 5. It's a sustainable solvent. So, yep, moving on.
Carbomer.
Carbomer, I would rate it a 3. It's a synthetic petroleum-derived polymer. So there are natural alternatives that can be switched.
Got you. What is the purpose of carbomer in this formula, do you believe?
So it's a thickener and stabilizers for gels, so it gives it its texture.
Got you. All right, and you're saying there are some natural alternatives to it. Which ones do you think?
So guar gum, xanthan gum are some natural alternatives. Anything that's more biodegradable would be a better fit.
Got you. Hydrolyzed wheat protein.
I would give it a 4 or 5.
All right.
It's a conditioning agent for hair. It also helps to strengthen it.
Got you. Okay, perfect. So that would be the purpose of it in this formula, you believe?
Yes.
To add strength and to condition.
Yes.
All right, glycerin. What are your thoughts?
So I would give it also a 4 or 5.
Okay.
It's a humectant, so it brings water to the hair and skin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in the curly hair community, a lot of curlers are avoiding glycerin because they believe that it affects, because of the same reason, bringing water into the hair, that it affects the hold of their products. What are your thoughts of that?
So most formulas should be formulated with that in mind. So it just really depends on the climate of your environment, because the more humidity, of course, the more moisture would be.
Got you. All right, and then also I believe you had mentioned earlier that it depends on how the glycerin is derived too, right?
Yes, you would want it to be vegetable glycerin. Try to get one that's not derived from palm.
Got you. All right, good to know. All right, next up, aminomethylpropanol. What are your thoughts?
I would rate it a 3.
Okay.
Just because it's synthetic and we just try to stay around the natural scents. But it's a pH adjuster in here, so it should be used in very low amounts.
All right.
And yeah, it's just here to stabilize the gel itself.
Okay. All right. This one I'm going to have a hard time pronouncing. Sodium hydroxymethylglycinate. To me, that does not sound like a good thing.
Yes, and I would agree. Okay. I would rate this a 1. It's the preservative in this system.
Okay.
It is a formaldehyde releaser, which is a known carcinogen.
Not good for your hormones. Not good for your hormones.
I would very much not recommend this as an ingredient.
So, in your opinion, why would the manufacturer have chosen to put this preservative in this product?
Most of the synthetically made or derived preservatives.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't expect it to smell like that.
Okay.
No, it's fish. Go ahead.
So with these preservatives, they probably chose it because it's easier to work with, and also it's a lot cheaper.
That's what I was thinking. Comes down to the mighty dollar around here. So That's what I thought too. Polysorbate 20. What is the purpose? We see this in a lot of ingredients, in a lot of products.
So it helps to mix the oil and water. It's a emulsifier / solubilizer. It is synthetic.
Not great for the environment, then, right?
Yeah, no, it's not great for the environment.
So you would rate this one about a what then?
I would rate it maybe like a 2. It's a PEG. So that's known to cause or have carcinogen-like properties.
What is a PEG?
PEG stands for polyethylene glycol.
That does not sound good. Carcinogen?
Yes.
I'm just guessing.
Yes. So it is a carcinogen. The way it's made is with the use of a carcinogen that can leave a byproduct that is dioxin.
Got you. And we see it everywhere. This makes a lot of sense because when we're doing our formulas, you will call out something that's a PEG and we'll be like, we stay away.
Yeah.
I never fully understood why, but I'm glad we do.
Yes.
Okay. Tetrasodium EDTA, which I heard this is a big no-no.
It's a chelator. So it binds the metal ions in products. So it's also a stabilizer, so it keeps the product
fresh.
Yes.
Okay.
And I would rate it a 1 mainly because it's not biodegradable at all.
Yeah.
And toxic to the aquatic environment.
Yeah. And
so,
to us.
Yes, and to us as well. So I would definitely stay with that and go with something more natural like sodium phytate.
Got you. Okay. All right. And last but not least, which is very concerning in this particular formula, but olive oil. So let's just pause for a moment and think about why one of the only good ingredients in here is last on the list. I'm just saying. I have thoughts. What are your thoughts?
With it being last, it is one of the least concentrated ingredients in the formula. But I would rate olive oil itself as a 5, just because it's a emollient, so it moisturizes and conditions the hair. I would say it's a 5.
So there is fragrance. Let's talk about that, because what does that mean?
It can mean a lot of things, actually. So fragrance, it can mean essential oils. It can mean synthetic perfumes. It can mean a lot of things, and it's just kind of like a generalization of any type of fragrance. And it's not to say that it's one or another.
So you just don't know.
Yeah,
it's that's just the scary part.
Yes.
All right. So I'm glad that you explained that and showed me that, because I was wondering what gave it the smell. So they did that intentionally. That's concerning. And then the color, the CI19140 yellow number 5.
So I will rate that a 1 because it is a synthetic colorant. And it's unnecessary. It's so many different botanical ingredients, like turmeric that has like a yellow hue that can be used instead. And it also has other properties that just adds to it.
Yep.
But it's probably used in this formula just to make it consistent across the board, because it's kind of hard to do that with more naturally derived things.
Got you. Okay. So we are at the end of the ingredients list for this product. So all in all, Avery, 1 out of 5, what do you give this particular product?
I would give this product...
Between 1 is... first of all, would you use this product?
Me personally, myself, being a stickler for the natural derived things, I would say no. Is it safe to use? I would say yes.
Okay. But would you use it?
Will I use it? No.
Okay, got it. So 1 out of 5, what would you give it?
Let's go with 3.
Okay. I think I've had your
Very neutral, very generous answer.
Gotcha. All right, you guys. Thanks for joining us on our first episode of The Messy Chemist. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave us your comments below, and we'll see you next week. Okay. Just smell that. See what it smells like to you. It smells like cheap cologne to me. Let's smell it again.
It smells synthetic.
It smells awful.